The Tale of Sir Nibbles and the Cheese Kingdom. Long ago, in a peculiar corner of the world, there existed a magical kingdom entirely made of cheese. The Cheese Kingdom was a sight to behold. The hills were made of creamy cheddar, the rivers flowed with melted brie, and the buildings were carved from colossal blocks of Gouda. Even the castle, where King Gouda XIV ruled, gleamed golden in the sunlight, its spires fashioned from the sharpest parmesan. The residents of this cheesy paradise were mice, of course, for no other creatures could appreciate the culinary wonderland quite like they could. Among them lived a small but ambitious mouse named Sir Nibbles. Though most mice were content nibbling on the abundance of cheese around them, Sir Nibbles had dreams far bigger than his tiny paws. He had heard whispers of a treasure hidden in the fabled forbidden fridge, a treasure so rare and powerful it could grant eternal wisdom and unparalleled bravery, the cheese of eternity. But the cheese of eternity was no ordinary snack. It was hidden deep within the icy confines of the forbidden fridge, a place feared by all. Inside lurked the dreaded guardian Catsilla, a monstrous tabby cat with sharp claws, piercing yellow eyes, and an appetite for daring mice who wandered too close. Still, Sir Nibbles was not one to be deterred. One sunny morning, after carefully preparing for months, he decided it was time to embark on his grand adventure. He packed a tiny rucksack with essentials, a slice of camembert for energy, a map of the forbidden fridge drawn on a sheet of provolone, and his trusty cheese sword, a blade so sharp it could slice through a block of cheddar with a single swipe. Before setting off, he stood before the Cheese Kingdom's residence in the town square. "Fellow mice," he declared, his voice squeaky but resolute, "I, Sir Nibbles, shall retrieve the cheese of eternity and bring honor to our kingdom." The crowd erupted into cheers, though a few older mice whispered nervously about the dangers ahead. The journey begins. The first leg of Sir Nibbles' journey took him through Cracker Plains, a vast and treacherous expanse littered with towering stacks of brittle crackers. The wind was fierce, and shards of crumbled crackers flew through the air like tiny missiles. Sir Nibbles skillfully dodged each one, using his cheese sword to deflect the larger fragments. At one point, a particularly strong gust knocked over an entire stack of saltines, creating a loud crash. But Sir Nibbles pressed on, his determination unwavering. "The cheese of eternity won't find itself," he muttered, wiping cracker dust off his armor. Next, he arrived at Nacho Mountain, a formidable peak of molten cheese and spicy jalapenos. The heat was overwhelming, and streams of gooey nacho cheese threatened to trap him with every step. Sir Nibbles carefully hopped from chip to chip, avoiding the bubbling rivers below. At one point, a jalapeno boulder rolled toward him, but with a swift slice of his cheese sword, he split it in two, the spicy fumes making his whiskers twitch. Finally, after hours of climbing and jumping, Sir Nibbles reached the summit. From there, he could see his destination, the forbidden fridge, its cold mist spilling out like a frozen fog. The forbidden fridge. The forbidden fridge was enormous, its towering white doors glinting ominously in the dim light. Sir Nibbles approached cautiously, his tiny paws leaving tracks in the frost. As he entered, the icy air bit at his nose, and his breath came out in puffs. The fridge was a labyrinth of shelves stacked high with jars of pickles, cartons of milk, and mysterious leftovers sealed in plastic wrap. And then there she was, Catsilla. The monstrous tabby cat lounged atop a throne made of frozen pizza boxes. Her eyes gleamed as she spotted Sir Nibbles. "Well, well," she purred, her voice deep and menacing, "another little snack has come to entertain me." Sir Nibbles stood his ground, clutching his cheese sword tightly. "I'm not here to be your snack, Catsilla. I'm here for the cheese of eternity." Catsilla laughed, a low rumble that echoed through the fridge. "You're brave, little one, but bravery won't save you. What makes you think you can defeat me?" Sir Nibbles thought quickly. Fighting Catsilla head-on was a foolish idea. Instead, he raised a paw and said, "Let's settle this with a game of wits. If I win, you let me take the cheese of eternity. If I lose, I'll be your servant forever." Intrigued, Catsilla's eyes narrowed. "What kind of game?" "Chess," said Sir Nibbles, pulling a miniature chessboard from his rucksack. The battle of wits. The game began. Sir Nibbles played with unmatched focus, using strategies he had studied for months. Catsilla, though clever, underestimated the mouse's cunning. At one point, Sir Nibbles sacrificed a piece in a bold move known as the Cheddar Gambit, luring Catsilla into a trap. "Checkmate," Sir Nibbles declared, his paw resting on his final move. Catsilla stared at the board in disbelief before letting out a defeated sigh. "You've bested me, little mouse. The cheese of eternity is yours." The cheese of eternity. Sir Nibbles ventured deeper into the fridge, past shelves of yogurt and tubs of butter, until he found it, the cheese of eternity. It glowed with a golden light, its scent so divine it made his tail curl with delight. Carefully, he wrapped the cheese in a cloth and began his journey home. When Sir Nibbles returned to the Cheese Kingdom, he was hailed as a hero. The cheese of eternity was shared among the residents, and its magical properties filled them with wisdom and courage. As for Catsilla, she decided to retire from her role as guardian and became the kingdom's official chess champion, playing matches with mice who dared to challenge her. And so Sir Nibbles and the Cheese Kingdom lived happily ever after, their world a little brighter and cheesier than before.